Let me ask you something. When was the last time someone checked on you? Not because they needed something, but because they genuinely wanted to know how you were doing. If your mind went blank, this video is for you. And no, this isn't a video about weird people or antisocial behavior or judging anyone. This is about understanding something most people never talk about: the psychology of people who have no friends. Some people don't have friends because they're rude. Some don't have friends because they push people away. But many people have no friends for a much quieter reason. They learned early on that connection comes with pain. Maybe they were the child who was always left out, the one picked last, the one who tried to fit in and somehow made things worse every time. And after a while, the brain does something very clever. It adapts. It starts saying, if being close hurts, then distance is safer. So they stop trying, not dramatically, not angrily, just slowly. People with no friends are often deep thinkers. They replay conversations long after they've ended. They analyze tone, facial expressions, pauses. Not because they want to be difficult, but because they don't want to be rejected again. They learn to speak carefully, act carefully, exist carefully. And eventually, being alone feels less dangerous than being misunderstood. Here's something most people get wrong. People with no friends are not always lonely. Sometimes they're just tired. Tired of pretending, tired of explaining themselves, tired of feeling like they're too much or not enough at the same time. So they choose solitude, not because they don't want connection, but because solitude doesn't judge them. But solitude has a shadow. The longer someone stays alone, the harder it becomes to reconnect. The brain starts normalizing isolation. Silence becomes familiar. Independence becomes identity. They start telling themselves things like, I work better alone. I don't need anyone. People are overrated. And sometimes that's true. But sometimes it's armor. People with no friends often develop strong inner worlds. They think deeply, create privately, feel intensely. They might love books, music, ideas, long walks, late nights. Their minds are busy places, but there is a quiet fear underneath it all. What if I finally let someone in and they leave? So instead, they leave first, emotionally, mentally. They disappear before anyone gets close enough to disappoint them. And here's the twist most people never realize. People with no friends are often very loyal. When they do connect, they connect deeply. They don't collect people, they bond, which is why losing even one connection can shut them down for years. So if you're watching this and thinking, this sounds like me, let me say this clearly. There is nothing wrong with you. You are not broken. You are not defective. You are not unlovable. You adapted to your environment the best way you knew how. But adaptation doesn't have to be permanent. Being alone doesn't mean you're meant to stay that way forever. It just means your heart learned to protect itself early. And maybe, just maybe, it's still waiting for proof that connection doesn't always end in loss. So if you have no friends, you're not invisible, you're not strange, you're not behind in life. You're someone who feels deeply in a world that moves too fast to notice. And that isn't weakness, it's sensitivity. And sensitivity, when understood, becomes strength. If this video spoke to you, you're not alone in feeling this way, even if it feels like you are. Subscribe to Riddle Me Twistee for stories that explore the hidden sides of the human mind. And if you feel comfortable, leave a comment. Not explaining, not oversharing, just a simple, I'm here. Because sometimes that's how connection begins,